Welcome to Civilspedia, the current affairs digital library. As part of today's discussion, we will discuss Agni missiles, Spider defense system, Swift India private company, and also two important pieces of legislations which is set up for the agenda of winter session of Parliament. And first, we'll discuss few important things about this Agni missile. First, we should know that Agni missiles are surface to surface missiles. This is the most important thing. There are nuclear capable missiles as well, and Agni 1, 1 to 4 are called as intermediate range ballistic missiles. And the first Agni 1 missile has a strike range of about 1250 kilometer, and Agni 2 has a strike range of 2500 kilometers, and Agni 3 has strike range of 3500 kilometers, and Agni 4 has the strike range of 4000 kilometer. And one important thing regarding this is that Agni 5 and Agni 6 are called as intercontinental ballistic missiles. And Agni 5 has a strike range of about 5000 kilometer. Some reports say even 5800 kilometer as well. And all these are already successfully tested. And Agni 6, which is being developed, is having a unique feature of being launched from water and land. That is, it could be launched even from submarine and also from land. It has a strike range of 10,000 kilometer. Right? We should note that all these missiles are surface to surface missiles. With this, we come to the end. Next, we will discuss Spider defense system. This system is surface to air missile system. Surface to air, Python and Derby defense system. This system was acquired from Israel. From Israel, we should know that it is a surface to air missile developed by Israel's state-owned defense technology, Rafael Advanced Defense Systems. And it has a strike range of 15 kilometers. All right, it can neutralize enemy targets at height of 20 meter to just 9 kilometers only. And coming to OSA AKM, it was developed during 1980s by the Soviet Union, and it is also a surface to air missile having a strike range of 15 kilometer, and the altitude with which it can combat is 5 kilometers. And coming to IGLA, the specialty is it is also inducted in the period of 1980 when we take in the global scenario, developed by the Soviet Union, and it is having a strike range of 5.2 kilometer and altitude about 3.5 kilometer. It can strike, and one important thing is it is also called as man-portable missile. This missile could be launched using shoulders. And finally, Akash, this is indigenously developed in our country. It is having a very good strike range of 25 kilometer comparing to what we have acquired from Israel. And it is also good in terms of altitude as well if we compare it with the Spider system from 30 meters to 18 kilometer. The Spider system is also called as low level quick reaction missile. Low level because of the low altitude. Comparable to Akash can go up to 18 kilometer altitude. With this, we come to the end of this discussion. And very recently, an exercise was carried out wherein all the four different classes of missiles were tried or tested, and therefore it was one of a kind exercise happened on December 7. Next, we'll discuss about the Swift India, a private company, which is the full form is Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. The most important thing is that it is related to financial telecommunication. And the international agency SWIFT was founded in the year 1973. by by intermingling of various international financial institutions across some 15 countries. That is how this organization SWIFT internationally evolved in the year 1973, which is headquartered in Brussels, Belgium. However, in India, the SWIFT India, which is a private company, Domestic Services Private Limited, was started very not in 1973, recently, and it is a financial messaging services provider. That is the most important keyword: financial messaging services provider. Just it's simple that financial institutions, it could be banks, it could be regulators of financial institutions, it could be non-banking financial institutions, etc., and also corporates which deals with various assets, and also asset managing companies. These are all some of the financial institutions. These institutions, in order to send confidential, authenticated message from one to another, they required a platform which was provided by this SWIFT India Domestic Services Private Limited within India. And through this SWIFT India platform, Indian financial institutions could have contact or send messages to all domestic financial institutions, and also could contact global financial institutions as well. And through this platform, they could exchange instructions, they could transfer large files. Some of them are payment instructions and other supporting documents. And one important specialized feature of this platform is there is guaranteed delivery. And even if the sender has lost the instructions from his side, the information which was sent to another person could be easily retrieved using this platform. Very recently, it was in news because former SBI chief was recently appointed as the head of this SWIFT India. Next, we'll discuss two important pieces of legislations which are kept for the agenda after winter session. First, the National Medical Commission Bill of 2017. We should know that it is going to, if passed, it will replace the Medical Council of India, replace the Medical Council of India as top regulator for medical education and medical practicing. And we should know about Medical Council of India. Medical Council of India was initially set up in the year 1934 through the legislation Medical Council of India Act 1933. However, this 1933 legislation was repealed by Medical Council of India Act of 1956. All right. And two important things regarding this Medical Council of India is, most of the members of Medical Council of India were elected members. When it is election for such a professional and technical body which deals with medical practice and also medical learning or medical education, members are when the members are elected by a process of election, it could lead to muscle power, money power, and also conflict of interest. And some of the allegations that the Medical Council of India faced were offenses of corruption, and bribes were obtained by allegation that the bribes were obtained by many members to give licenses to new private medical colleges and institutions. And because of all these allegations, the government of India has decided to entirely overhaul this Medical Council of India through this National Medical Commission Bill of 2017 to replace Medical Council of India and to establish National Medical Commission. And what are the new in this National Medical Commission is that it has 25 members, it has 11 part-time members who are also inclusive of this number 25, of which only 5 persons are elected. All others are nominated based on the merit. All right. And another important feature of this bill is that it states that 40% of the seats of private medical colleges has to be regulated in the purview of regulation of fees, because many private institutions are charged with charging a lot of money as fees from students, and this legislation covers it as 40% of the seats of private institutions will be regulated by this commission for fees. And recently Cabinet has stated that this 40% will be increased to 50%. However, we will have to wait and watch how the final bill becomes an act, what are the provisions in that act. And it also establishes medical advisory council, which will perform as a platform so that states can express their view in terms of medical education and medical practice. And one important thing which was debated widely by various medical practitioners of allopathy is that it provides bridge course for Ayush practitioners, particularly for homeopathy and Ayurvedic doctors, so that when they complete bridge course, they are eligible to prescribe modern medicine, modern scientific medicine. This is contested by various allopathic doctors because they say they are not eligible to prescribe modern medicine other than their areas of Ayurveda or homeopathy. But the statement from the government side is that in rural areas there are not much health practitioners available to provide health services to the rural poor, and that is why they are going to integrate all these Ayush practitioners into through a bridge course so as to provide modern medicine. However, there are also experts who say, see, you have allopathic doctors to prescribe modern medicine in urban areas, but you are asking Ayush practitioners to provide it to the rural poor, who may not be having that much expertise and knowledge in prescribing modern medicine. There are also saying that chronic diseases are well tackled by Ayush practitioners rather than allopathy doctors, whereas emergencies and surgeries are extraordinarily handled by allopathic doctors rather than Ayush practitioners. And the law, the bill, the legislation also prescribes national licentiate exams. It was stated in the bill that this exam will determine the candidates so that they can pursue their, it will act as an entrance exam for candidates to pursue their postgraduate degree in medical education. And also, in order to practice medicine, a person has to successfully clear this national licentiate exam. However, doctors from Ayush and even allopathic doctors have resisted this move, stated that it is not at all required, and MBBS final exam, MBBS examination has to be considered as this licentiate exam. With this, these are some of the provisions dealt by this National Medical Commission Bill. If passed, it will become a legislation after this winter session of Parliament getting the President's assent. With this, we come to the end of this particular piece of legislation. Next, we will discuss this Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Ordinance 2018. Ordinance. The ordinance promulgating power of President is a special legislation making power of President coming under Article 123 of Indian Constitution. President, if he finds that circumstances necessitate to take immediate action by piece of legislation, can promulgate an ordinance. Thus, an ordinance of Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Ordinance 2018 was notified. And one important thing related to protection of rights for Muslim women on the context of marriage is that Supreme Court pronounced in 2017 in the case law of Shayara Bano versus Union of India that triple talaq is unconstitutional. All right, and therefore the government of India has enacted this ordinance, wherein the President promulgated this ordinance to state that triple talaq or talaq-e-biddat, wherein a Muslim, certain Islamic husbands are pronouncing this triple talaq to end their marriage irrevocably without giving any room for consultation or compounding. And that has been declared as null and void. And one important thing is that even by electronic form, even by written form, even by orally pronouncing triple talaq, or by any other means of telling triple talaq and to end instantaneously and irrevocable end to marriage is an offense, and the offense is punishable. It is also cognizable according to the ordinance. Cognizable means a person can be arrested without warrant, and it can be initiated based on complaint of the woman against whom the married husband has stated that triple talaq, and the woman has to give the complaint to the police station, and the woman also has the right to get subsistence allowance, which will be determined by the magistrate. And this offense coming under this this saying or pronouncing triple talaq is also, though a cognizable offense, is also a compoundable offense, that it can be settled, but based on the willingness of the victim, who is the complainant, and according to the terms given by the magistrate. And this ordinance is also scheduled to be passed according to follow the procedure mandated in the Constitution of India under Article 123 of the Constitution. With this, we come to the end of today's discussion. The PowerPoint presentation in the form of PDF has also been given in the YouTube description. And we request you to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates and videos. Thank you.